The rest of us, though, find good reasons to stay outside.
Look, Josh. It's
Oh my God, it's gold.
yes,
Part of a necklace?
part
yeah.
of necklace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Inlaid with something. Interesting.
Diving into the world of science, there's a treasure trove of unsolved mysteries waiting to be unraveled. From objects that have perplexed experts for ages,
The coffin lid was unsealed and ever so carefully lifted off.
to those that defy logic, the allure of the unknown never fails to captivate us. Get ready for an intriguing journey as we delve into 20 enigmatic artifacts that have stumped scientists and sparked curiosity worldwide. Stay tuned for a mind-bending exploration like no other. Number 1. Ulf B Swords. European swords from the 9th to the 11th centuries are known as Ulf B Swords, and they are easily identifiable by the inscription +5, Ulf B+, that appears on their blades. Made from high-grade crucible steel, which was not widely available in Europe during that time, these swords are famous for their outstanding quality. Ulf B swords were made using a carbon-rich alloy that was refined to remove impurities, making the blade stronger and more pliable. The sophisticated metalworking processes that went into making these blades have baffled scholars, as they were not supposed to have originated in Europe until much later. It is still unknown where the Ulf B swords came from or who made them. Some think that just one workshop or smith made the swords, while others think that the inscription stands for a famous brand that other artisans imitated. Archaeologists and historians are still perplexed as to how the Vikings managed to create, wield, and then lose such sophisticated weaponry as the Ulf B swords. Number 2. Baghdad Battery. 3 objects were found in 1938 close to Baghdad, Iraq, and are together referred to as the Baghdad Battery. This battery is also known as the Parthian Battery. There is a ceramic pot, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod among the relics. When put together, these 3 items have the appearance of a straightforward galvanic cell. The Baghdad Battery is thought to have served a variety of purposes, ranging from a straightforward storage container to a device that is capable of producing a modest amount of electrical current, according to several hypotheses. Gilding is a method that involves electroplating gold onto silver objects. Some academics believe that the battery could have been utilized for this purpose rather than for its intended purpose. This theory, on the other hand, is still being discussed by historians and archaeologists. This is due to the fact that there is a lack of evidence to support the concept that ancient Mesopotamian civilizations had knowledge of electricity or electrochemistry. The critics contend that the similarities between the artifacts and a battery could be nothing more than a coincidence, and that the true function of the items is still unknown. Researchers continue to be perplexed by the Baghdad Battery, which has stoked their interest about the technological capabilities of past civilizations and the potential knowledge that has been lost that could have influenced our understanding of history. Number 3. Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin is a centuries-old linen cloth that bears the faint image of a man, believed by some to be the best man in the world. It is the burial cloth of Jesus Christ. The shroud measures approximately 14.3 x 3.7 feet and displays the front and back impressions of a man with wounds consistent with crucifixion. The origins and authenticity of the Shroud of Turin have been the subject of intense debate and scrutiny, with numerous studies conducted to determine its age and the nature of the image. Radiocarbon dating tests conducted in 1988 suggested that the shroud was made between 1260 and 1380, indicating that it could not be the burial cloth of Jesus. However, subsequent research has challenged these findings, with some scientists proposing that the sample used for radiocarbon dating was contaminated, potentially skewing the results. The precise method by which the image was created on the cloth remains a mystery, as no traces of pigments or dyes have been found. Numerous hypotheses have been proposed, including the use of natural chemical reactions, artistic techniques, or even the release of radiation during the resurrection event. The Shroud of Turin continues to captivate and perplex researchers, serving as a powerful symbol of faith and an enigma that defies scientific explanation. Number 4. Dropa Stones. A group of disc-shaped stones that were supposedly found in the Chinese Bayan Har Mountains in 1938 are called the Dropa Stones or the Dropa Stones. Their provenance is a contentious issue. Supposedly, the stones, whose composition is a mystery, have a center hole and a spiral groove carved with little marks that resemble hieroglyphics. They are around 9 inches in diameter. The stones were supposedly discovered among the artifacts of the Dropa or Dzopa, a little ancient people with gigantic heads. A number of scholars have cast doubt on the veracity of the objects and the circumstances surrounding their discovery, casting doubt on the Dropa stone's tale. Claiming to be artifacts from an ancient civilization or proof of extraterrestrial contact, the stones have their advocates. While some see the Dropa stones as evidence of a long-lost civilization, others think they're nothing more than a geological anomaly or an elaborate fake. Even though the Dropa stones have gone missing or have been concealed from public view, no one knows where they came from or what they are. The Dropa stones have a way of captivating people's imaginations and sparking discussion about our ancient past. A number of scholars have cast doubt on the veracity of the objects and the circumstances surrounding their discovery, casting doubt on the Dropa stone's tale. Claiming to be artifacts from an ancient civilization or proof of extraterrestrial contact, the stones have their advocates. While some see the Dropa stones as evidence of a long-lost civilization, others think they're nothing more than a geological anomaly or an elaborate fake. Even though the Dropa stones have gone missing or have been concealed from public view, no one knows where they came from or what they are. The Dropa stones have a way of captivating people's imaginations and sparking discussion about our ancient past. Number 5. Nan Madal. Out in the middle of the federated states of Micronesia, off the coast of Pompeii, lies the mysterious archaeological site of Nan Madal. The walls of the Inca fortification were built using a sequence of man-made stones called Nan Madal. It is often called the Venice of the Pacific. Stone is the material of choice for the construction of the Inca fortress's walls. Stone is the material of choice for the construction of the Inca fortress's walls. The unique megalithic architecture of the site is well known. Walls, platforms, and other constructions were built using enormous basalt logs that might weigh up to 50 tons apiece. According to scholars, Nan Madal was built sometime between the 13th and 17th centuries CE, but no one knows for sure what it was used for or where it came from. According to urban legend, construction on the site began in the 17th century CE. According to urban mythology, 2 brothers used their magical powers to build Nan Madal. Others think it was a political and ceremonial hub for the old Saudalur kingdom. Experts are still baffled by the logistics of moving and working with the enormous basalt logs and the engineering prowess needed to construct the complex system of islands and waterways. The tenacity and resourcefulness of ancient civilization are on full display at Nan Madal. Nan Madal exemplifies the resilience and resourcefulness of bygone civilizations. Refuting our assumptions about their competence and breadth of knowledge, Nan Madal exemplifies the tenacity and resourcefulness of ancient civilization. Number 6. Antikythera Mechanism. An ancient Greek artifact known as the Antikythera Mechanism was found in 1901 by sponge divers in the vicinity of the island of Antikythera. The mechanism was discovered. It is a complicated mechanical gadget that is powered by hand and features a sophisticated mechanical system consisting of gears, dials, and pointers. The mechanism is believed to have been developed about the year 100 BCE, and the reason for its existence has been a topic of discussion among historians and archaeologists for a very long time. Experts now believe that it was employed as an astronomical calculator, predicting the positions of celestial bodies, eclipses, and even the dates of the ancient Olympic Games. This conclusion was reached after their investigation was thoroughly examined. in spite of the fact that the Antira Mechanism had a high level of technological sophistication. No other devices from the same time period that are comparable have ever been discovered. When this is taken into consideration, the issue arises as to how such cutting-edge technology was created and then lost. Number 7. Sacsayhuaman Walls. Located close to Cusco, Peru, the Sacsayhuaman Walls are a stunning architectural aspect of the old Inca stronghold of Sacsayhuaman. Massive, unevenly shaped stones, some weighing more than 100 tons, are painstakingly placed together without mortar to form the walls, which were built in the 15th century. Experts have long been captivated by the Sacsayhuaman Walls' meticulous artistry and perfection, wondering how the Incas skillfully cut, transported, and fitted such enormous stones. A number of hypotheses have been advanced to account for the Incas' building practices, including as the utilization of ramps and ropes, the alteration of stone characteristics by means of botanical extracts, and the possible intervention of extraterrestrial entities. But the real techniques employed by the Inca architects are still a mystery, and no conclusive explanation has been found. The Sacsayhuaman Walls are a mystery to modern eyes, but they also serve as a monument to the ancient civilization's skill and inventiveness, making us wonder what more they were capable of. Number 8. Voynich Manuscript. Beginning in the early 15th century, the Voynich manuscript is a book that is both handwritten and illustrated. It is shrouded in mystery. There have been numerous attempts made by linguists, cryptographers, and historians to decipher the text, but they have all been unsuccessful. The document is written in an unknown script. There are illustrations of vegetation, celestial diagrams, and human figures scattered across its pages, although the purpose of these illustrations is not entirely clear. The mysterious character of the Voynich manuscript has resulted in a wide variety of hypotheses on its function. These hypotheses range from the idea that it is a complex hoax to the idea that it is a true record of intelligence. Researchers have not yet been able to determine the true nature and purpose of the Voynich manuscript, despite the fact that they have conducted significant examinations and made the attempt to crack its code. This perplexing item has stood the test of time, and it is strongly recommended that you read it. It serves as a concrete illustration of the boundaries of our comprehension, as well as the everlasting allure of mysteries that remain unexplained. Number 9. Piri Reis Map. Piri Reis, an Ottoman admiral and cartographer, is credited with creating a spectacular global map in the 16th century. This map includes the entire planet. A portion of the map, which was created on gazelle skin, is a duplicate of an older source that depicts the eastern coast of South America, in addition to the western shores of Europe and North Africa. The fact that the Piri Reis map depicts these places in a manner that is startlingly accurate, including the precise placement of a number of islands and other coastline features, is one of the things that makes it so intriguing. Based on the information that was available at the time, there are some theories who have even proposed that the map depicts Antarctica without any ice on it. This would be an unfathomable phenomenon. The map has been the subject of a significant amount of discussion among historians and cartoonists who have questioned the manner in which such a precise depiction of the world could have been created in the early 16th century. Some people believe that the map is evidence of profound cartographic knowledge that ancient civilizations possessed, while others believe that it is the result of Piri Reis's brilliant synthesis of many sources. Each of these interpretations is supported by evidence. In spite of the ongoing discussion, the Piri Reis map continues to be a riddle that has stood the test of time and serves as a tribute to the inventiveness and curiosity of early map makers. Number 10. Phaistos. Disc excavations at the Minoan Palace of Phaistos on the Greek island of Crete uncovered the mysterious and one-of-a-kind Phaistos disc in 1908. The fired clay disc has a diameter of about 6.2 inches and is adorned with a spiral pattern of 241 symbols on both sides. Various items, animals, and human figures are represented by these symbols, which seem to have been pressed into the clay using a series of carved stamps. One of the first known instances of a printed text, the Feistos disc is said to have originated in the 2nd millennium BCE. The function of the Feistos disc and its symbolic meaning have remained a mystery, despite considerable research. While some scholars think it's a proto-writing artifact, others think it's more of a decorative item or a board game. A lot of people have tried to figure out what the disc is trying to say. Some have even suggested translating it into a political contract or a religious hymn. As a fascinating reminder of how little we know about ancient civilizations and their technology, the Feistos disc continues to confound specialists. Number 11. The Baigong Pipes. Near Mount Baigong in China's Qinghai province lies a group of strange landforms known as the Baigong Pipes. The rusty red pipes, which are rich in iron, are set into the rock and sand formations. Some of them go all the way into the mountain, while others reach the saline lake Tosanhu, which is close by. The discovery of the pipes in the 1990s sparked a lot of curiosity and conjecture because their diameters varied from little more than a toothpick to more than a foot. Scholars continue to disagree on the Baigong pipes' provenance and function. They may be the work of aliens or the artifacts of a long-gone civilization, according to some. The pipes could be man-made, but most mainstream scientists point to geological processes, like the creation of iron-rich minerals by groundwater, as the likely culprit. Nothing has been able to pin down the exact meaning of the Baigong pipes, despite a mountain of research. The establishment of the Baigong pipes opens the door to further speculation and investigation into this mysterious occurrence. Number 12. The Main Penny. In 1957, a tiny silver coin called the Main Penny was found during an archaeological dig at the Goddard site in Maine, close to the Penobscot River. It is also called the Goddard coin. This silver penny from Norway, struck during King Olav Kyr's reign in the late 11th century, has been positively authenticated as such. There has been a lot of talk and speculation surrounding the Main Penny because it provides evidence of possible contact between Viking explorers and indigenous North American peoples hundreds of years before Columbus arrived. There are differing opinions among scholars regarding the origins of the Main Penny. Some think it was found in the late 11th century, while others think it shows Viking influence in North America. Still others think it might have been transported to the area through trade networks or is just a hoax. The Main Penny's significance and whereabouts have remained a mystery despite years of research, which leaves room for conjecture and additional study. An intriguing hint regarding possible contacts between ancient civilizations and undocumented knowledge is provided by the Main Penny. So something new is coming to light, and it's making us reevaluate our views on the past and the limits of human inquiry. Number 13. The Longu Grottoes. In the 1990s, a group of 24 artificial caverns called the Longu Grottoes were found close to the Chinese village of Longu in the province of Zhejiang. The enormous size, elaborate design, and meticulous craftsmanship of the siltstone grottos are quite astounding. There are different rooms, hallways, and staircases in each grotto. An excellent illustration of the ancient people's resourcefulness and resolve are the grottos. An excellent illustration of the ancient people's resourcefulness and resolve are the grottos. Chiseled designs and markings on the walls and ceilings, along with the grottos, are prime examples of the inventiveness. Over 1 million cubic meters of rock was reportedly excavated to build the Longu Grottoes. The Longu Grottoes' history, function, and building techniques are still shrouded in mystery despite considerable investigation. Despite widespread belief that the grottos have been there for at least 2,000 years, archaeologists have turned up no inscriptions or historical documents that would reveal who built them or why. The grottos have been many things, including a palace, an underground metropolis, a quarry, and a storage facility. The methods used to clear the rock debris and the specific procedures used to excavate such a vast and complex network of caves, remain a mystery to archaeologists. Hidden beneath the surface of the Longu Grottoes are timeless mysteries that beg us to reevaluate our presumptions about the might of past civilizations. Number 14. The Taxic Calixtlahuaca head. The Taxic Calixtlahuaca head is a miniature terracotta figurine that was unearthed in 1933 during an excavation at the pre-Columbian site of Taxic Calixtlahuaca, which is situated in the vicinity of Toluca, Mexico. A bearded male face with features that are distinctly European is shown on the figure, which stands at a height of around 2 inches. Several centuries before the advent of Christopher Columbus and other European explorers in the Americas, the artifact has been dated to about the 13th or 14th century. This is a significant amount of time. Researchers have been engaged in a substantial amount of controversy as a result of the discovery of the Taxic Calixtlahuaca skull. This is due to the fact that the head's apparent European provenance defies the conventional timeline of interaction between the Old World and the New World. There are experts who say that the figurine represents proof of pre-Columbian transatlantic travels or cultural contacts. On the other hand, there are scholars who argue that it may be a more modern object that was brought to the archaeological site by commerce, accidental dumping, or deliberate hoaxing. Despite the fact that multiple analysis and investigations have been conducted, the origins and meaning of the Taxic Calixtlahuaca head continue to be unknown. This has led to continued conjecture regarding the potential of unrecorded interactions and links between ancient societies. Number 15. The Ladov plate. Ernst Ladov, a Polish archaeologist, is credited with discovering the Ladov plate in Nepal in the 1950s. This item has proven to be problematic due to its alleged discovery. In addition to displaying a variety of animals and geometric shapes, the plate, which is made of stone and measures around 9 inches in diameter, is claimed to have a center spiral design that is surrounded by a sequence of carvings depicting humanoid creatures with enormous elongated heads and almond-shaped eyes. The peculiar appearance of the images has led some people to assume that the Ladov plate is evidence of contact with alien beings, or evidence of an old civilization that has not been completely discovered. No one knows for certain whether or not the plate is genuine. The legitimacy of the Ladov plate, as well as its significance, has been the topic of a significant amount of dispute and controversy among researchers. Due to the fact that there is no physical evidence or documentation of the artifact's finding that has been made accessible for independent research, a number of specialists are skeptical about the artifact's very existence. As a consequence of this, the Ladov plate is frequently disregarded as a hoax or a fabrication, with the intention of either providing support for different theoretical frameworks concerning ancient history, or capitalizing on the public's obsession with the unknown. It is believed that the Ladov plate exists, despite the fact that it is unknown. To conceive a rare and lovely spot for arrow pens in the Batu Valley is considered a different form of passion, despite the fact that the Ladov plate is thought to be a different kind of humor. Uncertainty and mystery continue to surround the Ladov plate as a topic of discussion. Both the fact that its origins are unknown and the fact that it is an artifact that has not been confirmed make it difficult to arrive at any conclusive conclusions regarding its significance or the secrets that it may contain. Number 16. Stone spheres of Costa Rica. Over 300 enigmatic spherical stones dispersed over the Diquis Delta and the Isla del Cano in Costa Rica are known as the stone spheres of Costa Rica or Las Bolas. These mysterious stone orbs can be anything from a few inches to more than 6 feet in diameter and as heavy as 15 tons. They date back 600 to 1,000 years and were made from a range of rocks, such as granite, coquina, and limestone. Additionally, about 1500 CE, the pre-Columbian indigenous inhabitants of Costa Rica discovered them in stone spheres. The stone spheres of Costa Rica have sparked much discussion and conjecture regarding their function and meaning. While some think the spheres were emblems of authority or prestige, others think they were landmarks or had astronomical importance. There has been a lot of investigation into the stone spheres, but no one has been able to pin down exactly what they are or how they were made. The stone spheres found in Costa Rica are a constant reminder of the ingenuity and resourcefulness of pre-Columbian peoples. They also cast doubt on our assumptions about their talents and introduce new questions about their beliefs and way of life. Number 17. Clerk Dorp spheres. Pyrophyllite deposits close to Ottosdal, South Africa, contain a group of tiny, spherical to disc-shaped objects known as the Clerk Dorp spheres. Pyrophyllite is a soft, metamorphic mineral that makes up these strange relics, which range in diameter from a few millimeters to several centimeters. Many have wondered where these spherical objects came from, and whether they have any significance beyond their unique radial structure and the presence of parallel grooves along their equators. Despite claims to the contrary by some, major scientists have concluded that the Clerk Dorp spheres do not constitute proof of extraordinary technology from a bygone era or even alien intervention. Theoretically, they resemble concretions, which are found in nature, according to some researchers. The process of creating a concretion involves the gradual accumulation of hard, compact rock by means of the precipitation of minerals surrounding a nucleus, like a stone or a shell. The grooves and radial structure seen in the Clerk Dorp spheres are caused by erosion and mineral deposition in nature. The Clerk Dorp spheres, despite their geological explanation, captivate onlookers, spark the imaginations of those who believe in the power of ancient artifacts to reveal long-lost knowledge, and serve as a cautionary tale about the incredible and mysterious formations that nature can conjure up. Number 18. Fuente Magna Bowl. One of the most contentious artifacts ever unearthed was the Fuente Magna Bowl, which was found in Bolivia in the 1950s close to Lake Titicaca. Ceramic is used to make the bowl, which has a diameter of around 14 inches and is beautifully decorated with images that are both zoomorphic and anthropomorphic. It is the presence of two separate letters engraved on the surface of the Fuente Magna Bowl that makes it so remarkable. One of the scripts is reminiscent of Sumerian cuneiform, and the other is comparable to it, respectively to the Proto-Elamite script, both of which originated in ancient Mesopotamia. Because these writings were discovered on an artifact that was discovered in South America, there has been a lot of debate about the possibility of ancient Mesopotamian and South American civilizations coming into contact with one another. This would challenge the conventional understanding of the history of global exploration and cultural interchange. Nevertheless, the validity of the Fuente Magna Bowl and its writings has been a topic of discussion among academics. Some researchers have suggested that the artifact is either a modern-day fake or the product of a misreading of the inscriptions. There are still doubts regarding the breadth of ancient cultural exchanges and the possibility of lost chapters in the history of human civilization that are raised by the Fuente Magna Bowl, which continues to be a piece of evidence that is both mysterious and controversial. Despite the fact that academics are currently investigating and debating the origins and significance of the Fuente Magna Bowl, it serves as a reminder of the mysteries that are still concealed within our awareness. In addition to that, it is something that has not yet been found out. Number 19. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. A group of Swedish treasure hunters known as Ocean X Team made the discovery of a mystery underwater feature known as the Baltic Sea Anomaly in 2011. They were utilizing sonar technology to search for shipwrecks in the Baltic Sea at the time these discoveries were made. The anomaly, which is located at a depth of approximately 300 feet, appears to be a roughly circular object with a diameter of approximately 200 feet and a unique elevated structure in the center of the object. An air of mystique has been created as a result of the characteristic shape and characteristics of the object. It has generated a great deal of interest and discussion about its origins and the manner in which it operates. The Baltic Sea Anomaly has been the subject of numerous hypotheses, which range from natural geological formations, such as glacial deposits or volcanic rock, to the relics of a drowned metropolis or an extraterrestrial spaceship. These hypotheses have been put up in an effort to explain the phenomenon. For the time being, however, there is no definite explanation that has been developed. This is due to the fact that the minimal data that has been gathered from sonar scans and diving trips has not offered adequate information to draw decisive conclusions. In addition to serving as a reminder of the numerous secrets that are still concealed beneath the surface of the ocean, the Baltic Sea Anomaly continues to capture the imaginations of both scholars and amateurs alike. Number 20. Gockley Teepe. Gockley Teepe, which can be found in the southeast region of Turkey, is a mysterious archaeological site that has posed a challenge to the conventional understanding of the evolution of human civilization. It was discovered in 1994 that Gockley Teepe is made up of a collection of constructions that are both round and rectangular in shape. The construction consists of a number of circular and rectangular structures that are connected to the surface of the water. This is a hardly read Overwatch territory, stretching back up to another world line, that by the builders of Gockley Teepe have forced archaeologists to reassess traditional theories about the nature of prehistoric societies and make a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of early humans, inviting us to reconsider our understanding of the past and the secrets that still remain to be uncovered. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe and turn on post notification to be the first to know when the next video is up. Till next time.